In this video, we'll be installing the 6th Element Engineering shifter bushing upgrade on a 2023 Toyota GR Corolla. For this install, you'll need the following tools: a ratchet extension, a panel removal tool, a 10mm socket, a flat or Phillips head screwdriver, a pair of pliers, and about 30 minutes depending on your skill level. In the package you received from 6th, you'll find the shifter cable bushings and a small washer. We'll start this install off by removing the stock airbox. First, disconnect the mass airflow sensor. Next, use a panel removal tool or a flathead screwdriver to disconnect the mass airflow sensor wiring from the airbox. Push this cable aside for now. Now you can disconnect the intake vacuum sensor and gently pull the 2 vacuum lines with a pair of pliers. Next, using a flathead screwdriver, disconnect the vacuum sensor wiring from the airbox by pushing the screwdriver into the gap and gently pulling on the wiring. Now you can go back to the front of the airbox and remove the vacuum lines. Now you can move out to the front of the engine bay and, using a panel removal tool or a flathead screwdriver, remove the 7 pop pins securing the engine bay trim and remove the trim piece. Using that same tool, remove the stock intake inlet. With your 10mm socket or a Phillips head screwdriver, loosen the hose clamp on the intake tubing and pull the stock airbox out of the engine bay by pulling up on each corner to release the mounting studs. With the airbox removed, you can now access the 2 bushings you'll be replacing. First, remove the pins from each bushing with a pair of pliers. Starting with the smaller bushing that sits closer to the engine, push the stock bushing out of the shifter end link with a screwdriver. With the larger end link, remove the washer and set it aside to be reused with the new bushing. Then push the bushing out of the end link with a screwdriver. Going back to the smaller end link that sits closer to the engine, install the smaller of the 2 bushings that you received from 6th. Make sure that the logos are facing out and sandwich the bushings into the end link. Cap the bushing off with the provided washer and then reinsert the stock pin. Then repeat the process for the larger of the 2 end links, sandwiching the bushings together, capping it off with the stock washer, and inserting the stock pin. Now you can reverse the airbox removal process. Reinstall the airbox, tighten the hose clamp, reinstall the intake inlet and front engine bay trim piece, reroute the vacuum lines and reattach the vacuum sensor wiring, then reconnect the mass airflow sensor and attach the wiring to the airbox. With that, you're done. Now you can enjoy a more firm and crisp shifting experience in your GR Corolla. If you have any questions, please reach out to csr@6thelement.com.